Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm just getting finished with the setup here. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing though? Are we all good? Yo, be nice. LPL co-stream and its IG. Like, yo. You're genuinely the hit pits of hell? Shit. Shit. Hopefully, you are getting better soon, brother. I feel like Dante during the Divine Comedy. Oh my god. Oh, hell no, bro. It's okay. All right. Here I am. Ah, look at the gain on the camera. That's so funny. All right. Give us a second. I clearly have to fix a few things. Why does the gain look so low? There we go. Can you only get kosher info rates from orgs, or can you get them from Riot? Both. Both. It has to be from one or the other. Did C9 check DMs? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's all that I've got
That's
to
all
say.
you care.
It's a little rematch between two teams that we have seen struggle to start the split.
I might ask them. My other boss works at Riot. Really?
Well, I know it as something else, and
Is
I
that
know it
so?
as the Shinobi Wars, or the Ninja Wars, if you will, as we're going to get a top
Is that
esports
so?
versus Invictus Gaming. Alk Battery somewhere is cringing his heart out right now, and I love it. It's a classic.
Oh my god, I forgot about this. Yes!
Community. It's an old story
Dude,
from the LPL
the
legend,
Shinobi
and
Wars. Hold on, I have to turn the music down so I can lock in. Bro, the Shinobi Wars. This is so cool.
First initiated in 369 Rookie, but it's still a fun one nonetheless. This is a callback to when a lot of the community came up with some fun combinations of who was who in Naruto. And between these two teams, it was really funny, especially when Knight was still back on top esports. But it's another iteration. It's another year. Got to continue the tradition.
Yeah, and I mean, it's the
right, what's going on with this?
Particularly teams that have been at the apex of the LPL, it's worth
Pip
saying,
feed.
for the most part. And yes, they're still in Group Ascend, but I do think that for these two teams...
Is it like normal? Are the replays working, but not on my... Yeah, okay.
One of them's thriving, the other one maybe not so much, but this time round, both of them find themselves in this position where they're probably not all that happy with how their roster is looking and how their standings look as well.
Yeah, and the other beautiful thing about this is this series matters a lot because we're in the second round robin now. In Group Ascend, you've got to get your games in, and you've got to get wins, especially for these two teams finding themselves at the bottom of that bracket there. But let's go ahead and talk about these teams themselves, put a little bit of a spotlight on each one individually, as we're going to take a look at top esports first and foremost. Now, this is a very different...
No, it's okay, don't worry. I'll figure out the...
one, but if you haven't been around or maybe been stuck under a rock not watching LPL, it's going to look very different. It's a lot of new blood coming in, a lot of people trying to earn their name, earn their spots in the LPL themselves, and it's been a rough and tumble ride so far.
Yeah, I mean, they've kept their...
I'll figure out, don't worry. I appreciate the look, though.
And then 3 relatively new pieces, 2 full rookies almost coming into the roster. Jiachi had a really good showing on a couple of different rosters through 2025. RNG and FPX trying to utilize him as best as possible. But those solo laners honestly have got to pick up some of the slack that is being missed from the rest of the squad that was previously a part of their organization in 25.
Yeah, I appreciated, you know, the cannon we got from 369 earlier in the split, but I want to keep seeing that kind of forwardness, that innovation come through from these two guys as the pillars, really, of top esports until they can figure out further what they want to do with their roster, how those breaks are going to affect them in the long term itself. But on the other side, it's IG, who maybe a little bit of a come up now, but trying to figure out how this next round, the next parts of the round robin are going to go for them, and a team that's also struggling to kind of find their feet under themselves. But one person that has not forgot where their feet are is Wei, and he has been a monster, earning 2 POGs and the POM from their last series.
Yeah, I mean, Wei coming out of the Marcia Cup was one of the big points that I was very questioning, I'll say, coming into this 2026 season. But through Split 1 has actually had a very, very stellar performance. I think he and Rookie, that mid-jungle duo, have been maybe the bright spots of IG. The rest of the map, obviously, still a little bit to talk about, and maybe hoping that they can lift a little bit off of the low floor that I think that they've set for themselves to begin with. We'll talk a little bit about that a little bit later on, but you talked about it well, that this team has had, honestly, very strange results almost, and I think that coming into this second round robin, it's very important that these two teams start to try and find their wins, look for that top 4, with teams like AL not looking particularly convincing, with Weibo looking as topsy-turvy as they do, and JDG losing Series 2 Weibo. Top 4 is not out of contention for either.
Bro, 1 up on KT.
Wait,
is that right now?
The beauty of Group Ascend, but also just the top tier competition.
Wait, does that mean that the T1 game today went to 3? Did the T1 game go to 3 games today?
Elf in the room, or maybe a mouse in the room, if you will, but it is.
Guys, I need you to remember, like, most days I literally wake up, I maybe go to the bathroom, I set up the stream, and poor folks. Then I hit start stream.
This guy has had some high of highs, right? He went undefeated with V5 back in the day with Rookie. And then we look at his
Dude,
career
come
so
on.
far down the road, and it's been a tough one so far here in 2026.
Yeah, I don't know, because in Demacia Cup again, Photic actually
He had
looks
some
like
good
one
ones.
of the strongest pieces. And
Yo, what's up, Rafa?
going into 2026
Morning.
and the first split, I've been
Yeah, it's technically afternoon now. It's 12:30.
It just feels like there's a lot of really strong.
Finally! Oh my god,
parts
dude.
of his
My
AD
PC
carry
always wants to
gameplay
be
that
so
he's
fucking
missing
finicky. Alright, do I have drawing?
one pivotal part, which is
I do. Let's go. And my circles. This is Mazel's head.
above all else, he needs to value his
That's that
life.
guy's head. Lally, we love
Take a
Rude
look
Dude
at,
as well,
you
don't
know,
worry.
some of these win-losses that he's
Did you
got
see the clip I sent you?
champions and
I feel like I did, but I didn't process it. Let me go look again.
We've got some wins on Corki, a little bit of one as well. But when we're looking at these hyper carries, we haven't seen that same level of performance from him. The Aphelios, the Sivir, not being able to make the margins work on them. Yunara with 1-on-1, not particularly the greatest. And he's taking very, very non-AD carry trades, if I say for this lack of a better term. You know, in this fight right here, walking a little bit into the bullet time and then getting caught out by Ambessa ulti only to spell shield after the fact. There's a couple of spell shields on the Sivir where it doesn't feel like we quite understand what our role is and what the role of the spell shield is, because you have to, above all else, save that for the big cooldown. Again, here we can
What? That's what you said? Dude, I was...
has a spell shield to stop the Poppy. Be able to win the fight on its head. If that isn't the case, and you know, when he uses spell shield aggressively,
Yo, don't tell me that that's actually true, by the way. That's not true, right? Like, it's like a reference that I'm missing, right?
Not having the full arsenal that we need from marksman to make it stick and to make it work, even in this fight, in this 1v1, cancelling an auto attack. So that he can't look
Oh, Viego's law. Ah, yes. Okay. Okay, hold on. Just before I have to watch the. Yeah.
Line to being KFRX, they have so much threat.
Guys, just tell me when we're
so
on stage on LPL.
So much ability to punish this Jace. A lot of value.
See the double root come in. It does look like they want to go for a bot dive here. Raptor is ready to go. The wall is as well from Vikla. And there's the wall. They're going to be split up a little bit. We'll see which target they do decide to go on, as the answer is kind of nobody. They just kind of wait around. There is first blood, but also a kill goes to Pays. And so, yes,
wow, I think Fearx are very lucky to not walk out with more data. Okay.
They have this Violence as well. They're going in onto Diablo. Tons of damage.
Wait, it's actually traded. That's crazy. And Pays had to flash. Wow.
Collects a second kill.
Dude, Fearx are so lucky. Fearx are so lucky that wasn't infinitely worse.
And we take a look at the damage dealt chart at 8 minutes into the game. Basically just highlighting the bottom lane doing a lot of damage.
Look how much damage Carrier has done as a Nami. That's what I'm talking about though, right?
Yeah, that KT game and they're like, well, we don't want to spawn Elder Drake, so we got to be careful about taking these dragons early on. But they are eventually going to take this mountain, and it doesn't look like T1 really care. And to be honest, if I'm T1, I also don't care.
Our first role quest coming in, Claire has picked up his.
Yeah, pretty interesting that he's the one, but now Faker kind of in an awkward spot. Does have double sums, but rooted basically forever. He is tanky, though, already with the rod finished. And Kellen flashes away. Paranoia's coming in, but Owner had his sights set on the Nico and does pick up the kill.
Yeah, Vikla just really not doing that much damage, but sending a message to Pays that he should leave, I guess.
Yeah.
Are looking towards the Herald now. Oh, they're going for the Nami.
Yeah, Carrier kind of standing on a ward and not realizing it, and immediately just kind of dies.
Wait, why did...
Nico has gone Celestial opposition. That's why. Like, don't get me wrong, Dreammaker is really strong, and the value you get from it, you know, the damage block, the damage dealt, I 100% get it.
Yeah, not ending up being the most.
Why did my tweet about Dom being in a suit get almost 3k likes?
Not exactly the trade they're looking
I would
for.
watch out.
Oh, flash on in. Diablo might be in a bit of trouble here. Does get ulted once again.
Fucking
Nico
damn it.
finds 3, but he just dies immediately. And now finally the Paranoia comes out and clear frontlining, but the Nocturne also taking a ton of damage.
Ends up getting a bit back.
Before he went down to clear.
Great time to have the Rumble turn up. A lot of value there.
Oh, we're on stage.
Looking.
So
Soboro, and the fact that he's found a couple of series wins thus far doesn't
We're
really
on stage.
too bad, but still got a little bit left in the tank that we need to see from him. Again, off the back of the Marseille Cup, where actually he looks pretty decent. He wasn't particularly a slouch on this IG roster, never really costing them any series nor games. And now in this first split, maybe that's not...
How I feel something to agree with Thorin. Force of evil, because you both hate LR. Bro, Thorin isn't like a complete force of evil. Like, I know we work on the same network, so maybe people would expect me to be a little bit, you know. But I think the way that I feel about Thorin is, yes, sometimes he has some pretty atrocious takes, but a lot of the time,
before we get into draft talk,
he just doesn't really get his point across on Twitter. But if you listen, which I'm assuming you are, because that sounds like something you've just come back and listened to from like maybe the Four Horsemen or whatever. But if you listen to his long form takes are usually pretty spot on. But oh my god, get Unk away from Twitter. Just keep him away from anywhere where he can't like systematically get his point and just keep him off it, man. Oh man. Bro, Hakeem. This is what I was saying about last night, right? The reason why I was so on it about these NA series, we need to get them out ASAP. Is because this video, even though we uploaded it like 5 hours after the series, it's still our best performing video that isn't like basically a T1 one or like a Korean one. Like a lot of our audience is from an A, right? So the draw is going to be a lot higher. Like we don't have geographic stuff right now, but yeah. No, it's all good. I don't know what the issue was. Like I'm not mad at you of X or anything. Like I think I made that clear last night. But I'm also like yeah, we just have to like double check and triple check renders before etc etc. But I know you're like disgusting ill, bro. Like I'm not.
Alright, well, hey, we'll see if they can live up to some of those expectations today. We're getting into our game number 1, at least. We already see some...
Yeah, was the audio? Was it the audio? I think I just replied to that guy when I woke up. Give him a break. I mean, he can say he can say he doesn't want to do a series. I have other editors, bro.
Top esports will have that first pick.
I have other editors. I have other editors.
Be on the blue side with that second pick.
Yeah, so Orianna gets taken for Cream, we would expect. Again, has just been and will continue to be until nerfs happen. The most OP mid laner on the patch. We might see.
And Hakeem's hungry. I'm not trying to abuse that, but Hakeem is hungry.
Response. We've seen him try to take that into control mages. We have equally seen Azir's just be taken in this position, and you look for something like that. With the Jarvan taken away as well, it does remove some of that wombo combo capability, but it does also give you the agency to stay a little bit safer in that.
All right, so draft. Let's lock in now. So nothing crazy on IG's ban side. Akali into Cream is quite standard. Jarvan, Malphite, Nico, Varus and Rumble obviously went over. Pantheon, Ori for top esports. Yeah, I mean, expecting Cassante. I think Rudude is right. Oh, that's going to be a circle. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, sometimes people go Ambessa into Rumble, sure.
All right, well, he decided, nope, we're going for pick potential. We're going for synergistic
Azir,
combos.
Rise, yeah, Syndra. I can't draw small.
And having the Orianna over top of it with the Shockwave is going to be huge, but IG are doing well to have some range to themselves, but also now some peel ability with the Syndra locked in.
Yeah, Syndra has been a very good pick for a rookie. Just this split alone, he's already put up some highlight performance, literally series-winning performances on this Syndra. Yeah. And I mean, one of the parts of IG that I feel like we always consistently talk about, but we'll touch on it to start the series and make sure everybody knows.
80s, Sivir maybe Alistar ban, I would expect. Sivir, Alistar. Probably the best 2 bans you can want here. And then I guess it's just Wukong and X, right? Poppy, sure.
Yeah, and it was something we were talking about.
No, it's all good. You don't have to make them quieter. Like with the LPL, I have this one. I'm looking at this audio balance. Like the audio balance, the way that the audio balance is. you won't have to change anything with the audio. I think yesterday I just had the LCS casters loud. That's it.
They banned away the Sivir and the MF. We get the Poppy and the Wukong ban though from top esports.
And I like the Poppy ban here.
Yeah, Wukong ban comes through MF. So I mean, are they gonna take Nocturne? They're just gonna steal away from them. That's funny. They can't really do anything with the Pantheon except to maybe like Psycho turret support. But I do feel like, unless you're scared of the Braum, Kiana, alright, a lot of burst from mid jungle. I still feel like you could go something like Ezreal. Like Ezreal, if you're like really scared of the Varus range, you can go, yeah, hell yeah, I mean, you could even go Ziggs, stuff like that. Caitlyn is something that's really underexplored. Nami Lucian is good. I've really hated the Jhin into Varus.
I like the Kiana pick and wave.
Inara's a bit of a self-counter. I'm surprised about that. There's the Alistar I was expecting, and they're just going to stand Nautilus. They're not even going to look at Braum or anything like that. Sure. Okay. Sure. Alright. I'm going to run a quick 60-second set of ads just to keep the pre-rolls off whilst we're in game. I'll see you in 60 seconds. That's obviously only on the Twitch side. If you're on YouTube, you're chilling. Well, with IG, multiple ways to start fights, right? Nort R, Varus R, Kiana, Rumble even, to like slow into then get things like kicked off. With top esports, it's a lot more about picks. It's about finding people in side lane. I think with Pantheon R, it's about Ambessa ult. It's about like Alistar flanks. It's a little bit more nuanced. So IG, their comp is easier to pilot, I think, but I do like the more linear scaling of top esports' composition in general. We'll see how they pilot the game.
These comps are going to be fun to watch for this game number 1. I feel like, last time we got to go to 3 games between these two orgs, and I think this time we're probably buckling in for another 3-game series. Hopefully, I get my first full series night. Would be a little bit of a fun one, but
yeah. Just bro, just tell me, like I'll just speak plainly, bro. I'm not Hitler. I'm not a dictator. Like, if you're feeling unwell, just tell me. Tell me. Like, Bursky.
IG, this is their second game into the second round robin.
I know when you work against your will, or if you're unwell, like if you're unwell as well, you might not be doing like the best work as well. Like, just like being honest too. So like, just tell me, take your rest. We can. I have 2 other people that can probably fill for you.
Man, they are out in force today, and you love to hear it as the gyro's ringing loud and clear. But already both teams getting off to the running down here in bot lane, trying to win as much prio as they possibly can.
Do you think one draft? One.
Piques your fancy at all, Rude?
I'd say one. I'd say IG just for the ease of execution. I think is just in their court. But I do think if top esports can actually use the tools they have aggressively enough to put IG at pressure, right? Like Pantheon R off CD, actually like have 369 roaming around the map and trying to find picks with Pantheon, like then it's top esports.
A good answer to that question. So they need to find these advantages slightly early on.
Can do so, and we talked about it a little bit before when we were talking about Photic's woes, and he does like to trend toward these pokier ranged characters in the bot lane, especially in the ADC position. But I really do like the Varus in this meta right now, and I think we've seen it as very popular across the world. But I think it just provides so much flexibility in the bot lane.
It does. I mean, it gives you especially great setup around those neutrals, and you can already see here an early.
Okay, 3 camp from Wei, very unusual. He's gonna get Feng Yue's flash at least, but he's gonna flash. Oh, okay. Well.
Gala somewhere is sat smiling. He's not the first person to have
W call out, bro. When Gala failed that wall flash, that wall's flash yesterday, it was so funny.
On the level 2 timer.
Yeah, it was Gala. It was Gala.
Finds himself now with no summoner spells whatsoever, and he's now going to be slim picking,
Man,
pretty easy picking.
my voice is a little bit shot today. Can you guys tell? Sorry, I'm getting the link. Can you guys tell my voice is a bit shot today?
We do get the TP.
I am very sorry.
As he did take the TP with the Varus, just to make sure he can stay in lane. I kind of like that with the poke Varus. Keep on the pressure as best as possible. So it is going to be the split of scuttles here coming through from both junglers. Do we expect some more action to come through, or who, I guess, do we expect to be the more proactive jungler in this setup?
I mean, I'm very happy with Wei being the one being proactive. I think that this Kiana is a champion that very frequently just gets underutilized in the early stages of the game. Wei already showing that he's not going to do that, and again, for Invictus Gaming, he's been one of their leading stars through 2026 in this split number 1. So if he gets off to the races nice and early, gets that first kill, he goes back with the pickaxe. I'd like to see him try and push that advantage. He's got a counter matchup in the mid lane, so Rookie should be looking to dictate this wave, and you can see him already worming his way in towards Kreen, who does have flash, but doesn't have vision.
Way's getting active this game.
Right now, just getting active. Does initially hit that
Yeah, it's a bit weird. The timing there for Ricky is a bit weird. I think people always underestimate how or overestimate how long that route is. It feels so long when you're on the end of it, but also Ricky is just so low still. Way's looking for a dive now. He's got 2 camps up bot. He's still looking for this dive. I mean, if Wei starts it off and Wei doesn't have to lose too much HP for it, it's really nice tempo-wise. Oh my god, that's so insane. Oh, no, 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 no. I mean, if Photic gets the arrow, I guess, but... God, that's freaky. So lucky to walk away with their lives, I think.
Take a look at his camps as well. Only has his bot side once to clear, so now he spent a lot of time out on the map being active, forcing summoner spells. Cream loses.
Yeah, look at Nio though. Oh shit. Oops. Look at Nio. He's so fed. He's on an entire extra rotation, plus he's got on the Raptors, and he's gonna get his own 2 camps, and Crab is spawning bot side. Like, he's the happiest camper ever. He goes from here to here, right into river. He gets his Crab. He's level 6. He can start Dragon. No one can do anything to him on the map, other than he hasn't spent a lot of gold. So let's see.
They want to use that Grand Starfall to do so. They're going to gain a little bit more priority back towards bot side, but the wave will end up crashing there. Dragon has spawned.
I think the dive bot was a little bit too much. Even if you execute it right, I don't know. I think it has to be perfect. But this is good. This is good. This is kind of flippy actually. Silver is a bit low. Good flash from 369. This is good. Like, he's having a lot of impact on the map though. But I'm still worried about how strong Nio is. Like,
meanwhile, we were talking about it a little bit. Nio will take the dragon on the other side of the map.
damn, NLC changed a lot since last week. Yeah.
He's gonna wait to pop it. A lot of help
Rookie
does get one
is
more
fine.
CC on the back of it from Feng Yue, and Rookie will
He's fine.
to see another day.
So IG focusing very heavily on just getting gold, and I think the picture-in-picture is showing us how that public execution went down. Looks like he was just using it to try and escape there, maybe expecting that there was a gank coming through a little bit earlier than there was, but these dragons going in top esports' favour I do think is very, very beneficial to them. As this game gets later on and later, I do think that Diachi and Cream are going to have a bit of a better time of things playing out these team fights. Provided that they've got the support, that they've got the peel from their team, they're going to be the ones that will be able to rip through them, what minimal frontline IG have, but you know, cut them to shreds quite quickly. As long as they've got that cover, got that CC, got that peel that they will need.
Dude, I swear to God, the takes around LR are so strange. Sorry, I opened Twitter and the top take was just so odd. People really don't know how to assess like LR going 0-4, do they? Like, they have no idea how to assess it at all. The thing is, Jamada, I'm kind of frustrated with how a lot of Western junglers are playing the game at the moment. They're all doing the cookie cutter full clear and to look for something into bot apart from Yike. Well, what I will say is I do think that the jungle meta right now is one where you benefit a lot more from farming. Like, as a team, like, I think you benefit a lot more from playing slow and then going into objectives. Now, obviously, if you don't enjoy watching that, that's one thing. But that is, in my personal opinion, what the strongest way to play the jungle is right now. And hell, I don't even think teams are doing that perfectly. Like, I think the only team that you could maybe make an argument for is C9. At least their initial, like, game 1 draft read, to me, it came across as if that's what they wanted to do. But it didn't even play out like that fully. Anyway. Grubs. Wei got 1, I think. Jway, oh my god. Missed the dredge line. Hit the train. He's got the reduced CD. I think they're happy to just... Oh! Oh my god! He smited it early. Oh, it's so freaky and weird. Oh, Wei's dead. Sober is dead. Ult catches Rookie. Rookie has no flash. Oh, it's so weird from both teams, to be honest. Yeah, Pantheon tried to ult out. I actually think, I mean, if the HUD is anything to go by, it's not even on cooldown, is it? Yeah, look. Look. What's that? It's 5 seconds CD. Why? Why? No, but he started the channel. He died during the channel. Surely that shouldn't be allowed. Surely that shouldn't be allowed. Yeah, look, the Kiana ult goes all the way around and hits hits the grub and gets it. That's really funny. Yeah, like he's ulting and dies during the channel. There's no way. I think that's really illegal. But maybe it's like an old thing, because I do remember something about like a very old change. I'm talking like pre this version of Pantheon change with that. So it could be something to do with that.
Man, the biggest thing we talked about so much into this series for Top Esports was, you know, obviously their veteran pillars, the holdover.
Oh, there you go. And he's making use of it. He's making use of it. There you go. Rookie is just one shot before you can do anything. Look at the flash timer on Rookie as well, man. Look at that. It's barely coming up. Just come up now, whilst he's dead.
They are quite happy just to sit back, I think, and scale, but getting these early kills is going to make their life infinitely easier. Punishing Rookie here, he still has flash available, so whether that's just come up or if he didn't find it in time, we'll see whether or not they can return to the scene of the crime, punish this Syndra once more. One of the downfalls of this champion is obviously her immobility, and it's good to see Top Esports making that pay.
Oh my god, Jochi is ISO. Oh, and there's no cleanse. Good night.
People just don't get to play the game in this game. Everybody just gets season
100
to 0.
Oh.
And now this combo from the draft that we talked about,
wait.
Shockwave is still available.
There you go.
Was holding it the entire time. 369.
I was like, where's the Shockwave? He shielded him and everything. He didn't just insta-Shockwave him?
And that, I mean, for Top Esports, again, just continues to go their way. For a composition that I'm saying overall, yeah, I'm really happy with their scaling as they move later on. These 1-for-1s across the map.
Good stuff.
Go their way quite tremendously. So,
Top Esports are just making picks across the map. IG, a lot of theirs is just coming from like outright skirmishes. Oh, hello. Oh, it's weird.
They're going to take the engage now, and unfortunately,
it's weird. They're just kind of letting Jway die here. Good scar. Wei's going in. Good pick onto Cream. Good look. Good look. Oh my god, Fengyue. Hold on, this guy might not be the worst support in the league. Hold on. Jachi, open up. Open up, Jackie. Nayo, make it happen. Oh my god, what? Maybe from his POV it looked like Rookie went to the left and he didn't go down. Is this IG series to lose? Yeah, kind of.
Distracts where he thinks he's going to go. Normally the safe path is up towards that turret. Instead walks down to the bot side.
I think, wait, Hakeem, are you here?
By the spear on the way out. But it's going to be another dragon here picked up for Top Esports. And again, they're going to be very happy just to take these neutral objectives nice and early. They can use this little bit of time to go and get
okay, well, I'll message Hakeem. I think maybe we're not making this one a video anyway. Inokir. I gotta start locking in on the real games. Oh my god. That was such a sick combo. It was so smooth.
But doesn't quite land it.
Predict the predict.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tough for a newbie, but
I stole him from Jake.
a really nice
Bro, I wasn't joking when I was in the ready chat that night, and I was saying, listen, if you need employment, if you need employment, come my way.
Finding promise on that one. We already have some quests being completed across the map as well, as we see Equalizer being down now in the top side.
The Jamada coup, yes.
We'll be close to getting everybody completed at least, but 3 members of
Is it a coup if the government is like crumbling? Anyway, like, is it a coup? Really?
And I think, Mazel, that coming into this series, we expected this to be quite close. You said it at the top, but
No, it's a complete circle of suck devotion. The closest to strongest looking team on results is BLG, but I personally think JDG look like they've had the strongest ceiling, but their floor of gameplay also looks really low, so it drags down their average a lot. But BLG should, it's like, they have Bin, they have Shun, they have Knight and Viper. Like, I don't know, if this roster doesn't do anything internationally, it's a complete horror.
Oh my god!
Wow, he actually walks out.
369 stands tall in the top lane.
And look at what's being costed on the bot side. That lead between his mid laners is going to continue to grow. 369 able to roll his way out of that situation. And this is the TP in to try to defend, but this is Dway on the spellbook trying to make his way in.
Who do you think has a better chance versus Korea at first stand? JDG. Of all the teams.
Almost didn't even need Nio there. That was a little bit of a KS. And
I'd say JDG. Just because of Tabe, mostly. Like, I think they have the most draft adaptability just through having that man exist. What I will say is... Oh, so good night, man. What I will say is that Junjia needs to calm down. Like, he's a complete psychopath, but I don't know if you can really get that out of him. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like Junjia's been this way for ages. Like, it's since Junjia's been a known entity. Like, he's never not played like this. Also, I'm unsure about Vampire against elite level supports, you know? Like, can you imagine Vampire laning against Carrier, or laning against Duro, or laning against the Light? Like, it doesn't inspire, like, confidence, but Vampire's ability to teamfight is pretty good. I think he's improving there.
369 had just used TP, top lane.
Can we gamble whilst it's still even? It's a bit too far gone. I mean, I did forget to do the gamble at the start of the game. Sure. You know what? Sure. I'm going to set it for 30 secondes, because I quickly... Oh. Start prediction. IG, TES, who wins? Start prediction. Go. 30 seconds. Gamble your points if you want to. 30 seconds. Go. Go, 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 go. It's 16 minutes into the game, though. I feel like it's going to be weighted towards a particular team here. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. Oh my god, someone dropped 3k on IG from this position? Teddy, you're crazy. You don't want your channel points. I rate that. Well, it's a 1 versus 1.
And I do really appreciate kind of this style.
It's a 1 versus 1.
But I still go back to your initial point in the draft.
1 versus 1 in the channel points prediction.
They really are a team that thrives on having an actual front line, and I really worry for what that's going to be looking like with top esports.
I need to do it at the start of every game, but I'm just so not disciplined with it. It's a really bad habit. It's actually a very good way to get people to engage a little.
Dragon number 3 for top in 20 seconds. They want the all-in. They're going in on the tankiest member, though. Dre is tanking up a storm right now, but
can he live? Oh my god. Ooh. Kiana ult. could have been a little bit better. It looked really scary for a second because it pushed back all 4 people, but I didn't stun all 4 people. Yeah. Another stun. Cream. Oh, there. Nio's dead.
Now they're trying to find IG the rest of the way. Giachi setting him up now as he goes forward. He's trying to get a W potentially, but the
Low-key, can Nio not look for a sniper Q?
No more damage to follow up, and IG lose all priority.
I think he kind of bitched out there. Why did he not look for Photic?
The Merc Treads value for Cream this game going crazy. If he's planning on getting hit by every single scat of the week, at least he can get out. Sobro now looking for it on the bot side as 369 walks off the equalizer, and that's about all that there is to be said. And 369 done enough on that bot lane. Top Esports done enough in the mid lane. They'll secure themselves a 3rd dragon. It's a little bit of a low roll, unfortunately, that they have got this Cloud Soul point here. Invictus Gaming still not quite able to make it fully work. Jarchi getting caught by a scatter of the week here. I think the fact that he lives is pretty positive for Top Esports, and a bit of a sign of the times for IG as they are looking for this Herald with Fenway nearby, but he's not able to get in. No spellbook smites available, and it is going to be a quick secure. We'll take a quick look at this replay, and they look for Dre to begin with. Again, I don't mind this because Top Esports say they're not committing any big cooldowns, and the second that Jarchi actually hops forward.
Every time you say Nio, I think you're talking about Niall. Nah. Hashtag nah.
Really nice depth charge was looking for a double knockup. But then the secondary engage comes through. You can see Cream Merc Treads, double stuns come through. He gets out to safety. Nio's able to flash and assassinate Dway here, and this fight after the fact just is all that easier. Jachi died off screen.
Yeah. We're going to have to see how that happened. That's very unfortunate, and a massive chunk of that lead is now gone. Riptail got used in mid lane as well, so they're going to get even more gold from that back. I'm sure we're going to get a replay of the replay of the replay coming up here very shortly, but I will say
being in replay purgatory was never fun. Oh. Oh, Funk. Funk, you...
getting in trouble. He's just tanking so much damage. Power unleashed, and that truly will be powerful.
You know what, Tak? You might be right, bro. Tak, I don't know where you are. I don't know where you are right now, Tak, but I think you might be correct. This guy might be the worst support in the league. Do you think LCK teams are valuing Bandle Pipes too much? I see so many supports in LCK buy this item instead of Locket when versing dive comps. I mean, if...
Bro, he went the wrong way for that.
I'd say if, like, let's say...
Oh, that's tough. All right,
my assumption is that supports are buying it even in situations where their team won't really get too much value out of it. Because Bandle Pipes is what? Attack speed, movement speed, and is it one other stat or is it just attack speed and movement speed? Let me double check.
Over that. And will this kind of farming lull be enough for IG to put up a fight here?
Bandle
Pipes. Do you feel like
Pipes.
that's the case when we're getting 2, maybe 3 items? Not even close, really.
It's definitely better than them losing sooner. Because I felt like that's the way that this game was going, is that Top Esports
Granting you bonus 20% movement speed and your nearby allies. Oh, your allies only get attack speed. Yeah, then I think people are just going a bit crazy over the item then. Likely. Likely. Like, if you have 2 auto attackers, I think it's fine to go Bandle Pipes. Like, as a melee support, I think it's fine. But, the stats are only as good as they're being used, right? That's the reality. It's like, personally, it's like how I build Ivern, as an example. Ivern is a really good example of this, because he can build a lot of these items, right? I'll pretty much always, like, the first 2 items on Ivern should pretty much always be Redemption and Moonstone, right? I think they just synergize too significantly with his kit. But then after that, you're always building for what gives your team the most. Like, if you've got 2 auto attackers or more, even though the item is generally kind of weak, you're probably going to go Ardent Sensor, right? If you have 3 or more, then you might also go Bandle Pipes, because then at that point, your shielding is going to give people Ardent, and then your Roots and Slow and Daisy, they're all going to give people Bandle Pipes if you're standing next to them. So then at that point, you're looking at, like, how many daggers worth of attack speed is that? You know, like, it's a lot of attack speed.
like that, a little bit extra damage.
You know, if you've got loads of AP champs on your team, you go Staff of Flowing Water. I just, it's really simple. I don't know.
Our top head-to-head focus.
I think the item is strictly front to back. It's supposed to be a stat check item when you're just hitting frontline. I can get behind that assessment, but I do think it's a bit generalistic. What the fuck did Jway just do?
Yeah, he does have the transcend oneself going, but he doesn't have any more of the crit bolts coming through. Feng Yue is getting very low
Loki,
now, and the
decent
equalizer
equalizer.
is gonna be used as a bit of a separation tool.
Kind of made them all walk through it, chunked them out a bit. They can hit mid tower.
And it looks like once again, it's a way for Invictus Gaming. Hold on, another fight breaks out as Dway forced to flash out to safety. But you're right, the Dragon is live. We get to see Feng Yue go back to base. Does he have Spellbook TP to get back in? No, so he's going to have to walk it the long way back. A recall from Sobro is going to be pretty detrimental. He doesn't have the TP to get back in either, and it is all for this soul now. The poke from the Varus needs to start hitting, and Photic needs to have a moment. With no equalizer on Sobro, this flank isn't going to hit.
Oh, they're sending Pantheon into the back line. And Jachi got one shot. I mean, they kind of one-shot each other's back lines. That's so funny. Ori is chasing Rookie. Yo, Cream is chasing Rookie into... Oh my god, he doesn't have shockwaves. Rookie's out. Well, that was really weird, wasn't it? What a weird fight.
Trade those marksmen, but unfortunately for IG it wasn't enough.
They ran into each other's backlines.
Onto Jachi, but it didn't end up resulting in anything after the fact. Cream able to force Rookie out on the top side, and 369 in this game number 1. You highlighted it before the fight. I'll take it afterwards. Absolutely phenomenal performance on this Ambessa so far in game number 1.
I feel like there's something weird that just happened in top lane because he just used his TP, but he was up there in like half health.
Oh yeah, Rookie TP'd out from the bot side jungle after the fight.
But then he has no presence there at the top side now. So
Swing and a miss on the shockwave. I didn't even catch that.
But Dre does find the hook onto Jachi, and you're thinking, okay, well, we've removed that AD carry threat. Unfortunately, there's just no...
Told you, Tez, brother.
No way
yeah, no. I did say, like, I think Tez executed on the small things they had to, and they've just held a decent control of the game. They are, like, one team fight away from not being in control of the game, though, to be honest. It's not that far... It's not that far gone, even with Cloud Soul.
Any lead is beneficial to
you. It feels so much heavier than just 2,000.
My viewers are laughing at me. I can't say top esports ADC name. Can you say it? Yes, it's Jachi. Jachi.
Like the little point I was mentioning earlier, they have
Jachi.
So as soon as these ults are popped, the length of engage becomes that much further, right? And I've
forgotten your accent, so I can't really try and say it in your accent. But yeah, like the closest, easiest way to say it is Jachi. The more like I was saying new Jackie, saying Jackie new venture, I'm crying. Yeah, no, it's Jachi. In Chinese, in Mandarin, the QI is a chi sound. It's technically a little bit more complex than that because the way that you say QI is T. Like it's the difference between that and chi. Chi. There is a small difference in the pronunciation in actual like Mandarin, but yeah, the slightly more anglicized way and like easier way to get it out is just Jachi. And then obviously you would kind of enunciate the I just a bit more, but
it's just gonna be so difficult.
Jachi, something like that. Sobra's got Zhonya's if he really needs to press the button. Oh.
He's gonna go for the ult, he misses it. That's a little
and knew something was special. I mean, it's just language diff, bro.
They were just trying to strut their stuff here on the bottom.
It's a bit of a generalist statement, but I think people build poorly in general, especially pros. Oh yeah, this has been known. Like I saw a game where Kerry went Mikhail second on Nami when he's getting permadove by Nocturne instead of just buying Locket second, and making it extremely difficult for him or his teammates to get one shot. Yeah, I mean, we see this a lot, right? We see this a lot. I think supports are really bad at building generally, and I think support builds are some of the most like you can warp games with correct support itemization. You can completely warp games with correct support itemization. But I think supports are just so like they're not sentient, bro. When it comes to item builds, they're just not sentient.
Yeah, we have Elder Dragon in 2.5.
It's really a bit silly. Oh.
Ends up having
Sure.
to use the supreme display of talent with that slow, trying to get as much damage as they can on Feng Yue. Did pop the Unbreakable Will, so that's going to be a big tool down. Top Esports still threatening left and right, though. And again, like I said, Elder Dragon forced fight in about 2 minutes.
Level 1 Alistair ulti, and I'm going to use only in quotation marks here, only 50% damage reduction. So on a relative scale for Alistair...
Is he funny I am like Trailblazer and think it's broken? Yes.
In the game where we're getting level 3 ultis come online for Soboro, and they're going to use that on the bot side now.
Wade didn't want to commit because he's worried about them doing Nash. Wait, oh man, Pantheon even committed to cover. He's in. He's out. Wow.
As they find another quick pick in the mid, but they don't end up
Oh,
that one.
Photic sniped him. Photic sniped him.
Photic did snipe out
Yeah.
on the backside of that there. Hidden Fog of War was able to find the arrow from downtown and take out the Pantheon.
Really good.
But they are going to lose out on this tier 2 turret in the mid lane.
Yeah, 369 really played his part. He understood it perfectly. Ult back, obviously connects. Did his job well there. Did his job really well. Snipe-tacular. Please tell me you're a Halo fan. Please tell me you're a Halo fan. Actually, no. No. What's the medal in Halo called? Fuck. It's not. Is it Snipe-tacular? Is 10 kills of a sniper Snipe-tacular? I don't think it is. What am I thinking of? Snipe-tacular. I'm thinking of Snipe Down, the old Halo pro.
To walk his way out, but you can see nice positioning, Fog of War from the Varus.
Yeah. Does he even see that arrow?
And just as he steps in, I think Pantheon still.
I forgot I made my YouTube name. I forgot my YouTube had this name. Yeah, I am. I made this account in high school. Bang! How fucking good am I? And I was a big Snipe Down fan. Bang! How good am I? How fucking good am I actually? Welcome in, brother. Oh, Rookie is just good night, man.
That must mean the Elder Dragon goes to top esports, but IG, they just have to throw themselves at this fight.
Dude, Loki, I've been itching to play some Halo lately. I've been itching to play some Halo lately. I might need to lock in, get on the MCC again. 369.
He doesn't even care, bro. He just walked into
I mean, he's so fed.
And luckily the rest of his team's able to follow up right behind him. Saboro gets left
He's
out.
so strong right now, like...
And now Photic is on the wrong side of town.
He cannot be stopped.
He's going to go the long way because he can have fun with it. And if Drew Levin's watching right now, this is why ADCs need a buff. This is a terrible game for old Photic there. And the
AD carries don't need no more buffs. I won't hear no propaganda.
Again, the pitfalls of this IG composition really showing themselves there. I mean, Rookie with some really bad positioning down on the bot side doesn't flash out to safety, doesn't really have any way to get out once he gets knocked up, and there's no peel, there's no support, there's no backline stability for IG. The second that top esports get in there, they just all fall. They're going to crumble, and that's exactly what happened. Rookie down 4 levels now on 369 as he's very much spotted on vision. He's not able to get picked off.
You know, I think the highest of our pro players, I was really hoping we were going to get a pause at some point in the new season of like, wait, why is that guy level 19? He's cheating. But we haven't gotten that. I think they know better than that. But it will be an Elder Dragon Baron combo. And honestly, we're picking up right where the last series left off with this here for top esports.
Oh. Also, did you guys like my Simpson shirt today? My Simpson shirt. I need to put my thermal on, though. I'm cold. I need to put my thermal on underneath this. I'm gonna probably do that in between the games.
Okay. Fair enough. In terms of the buffs, absolutely. As top esports secure both the massive game enders.
No heater.
Whether or not they can use them to
It's just a little. I could turn the heater on, but if I can just put an extra shirt on and not be cold, I'd rather do that.
To be advantaged for them as well.
Yo, what's up, Gene? Hello, I'm doing good. Doing good. Just enjoying the series. It's a bit of a bit of a Top Esports are kind of running IG a bit here in this game one. It has felt a little bit doomed for a while.
What's so crazy about this? Okay, public execution goes a little bit wide there. Don't think it matters in the end of things, but this is a very extremely similar story to what happened the last time these two teams met. Top Esports took a very whole-handed first game of the series, and IG came back in games 2 and 3. And now we got to see what happens if Top Esports can change that.
Oh my God!
History, as the Elder Dragon buff is starting to light it up on IG's base. That's going to be multiple structures down.
Think about it this way. Hopefully, this means we're getting 3 games. Hopefully this means we're getting 3 games. Heating in the UK sends you straight into bankruptcy. Yes, bro, it legit does, by the way. It legit does. Okay, that ended up being a bit more of a stomp than I thought it would be. I'm gonna carry on with these highlights. If you're on the Twitch side, I'm gonna run ads. I'm gonna sort out the prediction as well. Choose outcome. Choose outcome. Top Esports. I think Teddy, rip your points. Yeah, Hakeem. So I'm thinking we're not gonna make this one a video. We're not gonna make this one a video. You can chill. You can chill. I need to increase the bar. I need to increase the bar of what I allow to be co-stream highlight videos. So we will, like, the way that we'll sort it is I'll always send you a preliminary list of series that I think we should consider making videos. And then obviously I'll, like, try to do my best to be as fair to you on your time, like what we do. But I think Top Esports IG now, as it is, like, these two teams, like, no one cares about these two teams. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so if you're on the Twitch end, I need to run ads very quickly, just for about a minute and a half. I'm gonna go get some coffee, use the bathroom, do all of that stuff. I'll leave these T1 BFX highlights on whilst I go and do that to keep you guys entertained. I'll see you in a few, and then Gene. Mako not in TES anymore. Dude, so just quick rundown for Eugene. In the off-season, what ended up happening is they introduced a new auction system, which and a salary cap as well. So it's led to a lot of players taking a break in Split 1. A lot of players just aren't playing in Split 1, unfortunately. So the teams look a little bit weaker, like, a lot sooner, you know, like, it seems like you've kept up with the LPL before. Like, as you probably know, the LPL normally has, like, 5 good rosters, maybe even 4. Sorry, maybe even 6. Right now, there's arguably only 3 good rosters. So yeah, it's a little bit weird. If you're unfamiliar with what the auction system is, basically, I don't know if you're American perchance, but if you are, then you'll know about, like, the NFL draft and, like, the NBA draft and all of these, like, different style of sports drafts where they just, like, pick players and auction them effectively. They introduced a very similar thing to the LPL, so it's made it a little bit strange for a lot of teams to roster build in the off season. Right, I will be right back whilst I go and do all of that stuff. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna go pass the fuck out. Yes, go rest, man. Go rest. Do your thing. Do your thing. I'll see you guys in a minute.
Kellen's here. Trying to punish him. Kellen does come in. There's the flash from Clear, just trying to disengage from this, but pays with red buff on the chase as well. Poison. Yeah. Theoretically, something like Nami, if the fights are actually close, gonna have to hold that thought as this time Carrion just flashes away. But now Vikla goes over to the left side of the wall, instantly dies, gives the shutdown to Pays. And that's exactly the mistake T1 were looking for, as the equalizer gets big damage and might push them back, but it didn't hit Faker, who is leading the charge now, as Kellen is going to go down. Triple kill for Pays, as T1 just like that, one mistake, and they're ahead of the game.
He doesn't, it's Vikla who oversteps, and Pays makes him pay for it now, 7-1 and 2. And you know, that conversation we're just having about...
And, you know, he is actually still 1,000 gold behind Vikla, but where the gold lead lies for T1 is in Pays. As we do have the TP coming in. Nice flash there, but the equalizer still going to hit FaZe. Doesn't have his Valkyrie, doesn't have flash, and eventually he will die as they do get him down. And also Owner, who went deep, dies to the Varus. And now it's basically just, okay, a dead Doran, and Faker's like, what happened to my team?
Just a great team fight from BNK4X. The dive comes in, and FaZe does everything he can to dodge the Pop Blossom.
If they recognize this, if they're willing to take a straight-up fight, if they have tabs on Faker, who is right now in the mid lane.
FaZe does have no flash now.
Owner taking a bit of damage. They got to be careful. They are collapsing in on an Owner who does not have his flash, has to commit to the play, is so deep in the thick of 4 of them, doesn't get an opportunity to even smite. As Clear might be in a bit of trouble here, going face-to-face with Faker, who is going to actualize and picks up the shutdown. The chase still on, pays full health, is trying to Valkyrie forward and get even more value out of this play. And T1, they are not done with this one. You see the chase is on. Doran on the bottom side here, going to land a big shock blast as well. They take down Vikla as T1 will look to push more.
Yeah, not the end of the world for T1 that was taken. They do manage to take down Clear and get a massive shutdown. I assume, I didn't actually check what his shutdown was, but he was 4-0.
Pretty large, I'd say.
I mean, they were down in gold, so I don't know. Well, even if they didn't get the soul.
As now we have equalizer here on a Faker, no ghost, no flash, and I think this will be more than enough. As Clear going to retake the top spot there on the damage dealt meter. And he has a full-on death cap.
He's had that for a while.
Yeah.
I honestly think he might be close to Zhonya's at this point.
Probably. Faker with the shutdown went back and picked up his own arm guard.
You can't see the items right now.
Good assumption. Good assumption. FaZe is just kind of... Diablo trying to step up to them, and FaZe says no. They turn out to the Zhonyas, though. That's not going to work, but they're able to front to back in here with Faker in the front, the tank of the team. Clear gets a ton of damage, but more importantly, he dies, and the rest of his team is so low. They get the catch here on a Raptor in the back line. And Vikla, nice shove back. Looks like he might be able to live for now, actually, because of that, but it should be another Baron here for T1.
Yeah, Diablo just disrespects the rapid fire there and just walks straight up to FaZe, takes so much damage, and it feels like it was almost a panicked start from BNK4X. Like, what is happening? So AD carry, we have to do something as a unit here. And FaZe finding this great angle, also dodging the Chains of Corruption and the Equalizer. If he got hit, he was just dead.
Yeah.
But Clear is a one-man army right now.
I mean, he's still doing damage with so many threats in his face. Perfectly flashes and Valkyries out of the way.
Oh, these Valks are so good. Like, 3 Valks, the Unraveled Earth approach. And maybe T1 call is just to start
teams have draft picks they can trade in the LPL. It's something like that.
He's actually fighting with Clear here on the left.
And winning.
Does do a lot
But
to
I don't think it happens.
Really
I don't think it happens.
I
don't think it happens during the year. That's the only thing. It's really weird. It's just the start of the split 1, and then they didn't really flesh out whether or not it was going to be like this between every single split. So I guess we still have to see. I actually need to do one more thing and then I'm back, guys.
But it felt like a desperate play from BNK4X, and T1 so slow, so controlled, and now pushing up into the base, and the Elders are about to be secured as well. If FaZe autos someone, I don't think it's quite there. I think without IE, he's not just going to one-auto Elder proc, but it won't be far away.
Depends on who as well. And they have a lot of other poke in this chase. Doran isn't the most fed, but he's ahead of the Rumble at this point in time as looks like they're waiting.
Yeah, maximizing time with it. 10 on the Elder to stall out. I'm not feeling too hot on BNK4X's chances. Bot inhib's already down, obviously. Top inhib's going down.
They have a wave coming into mid.
Yeah, I think mid inhib
on that one.
Mid inhib's gone.
All right, well, they're going to wall in. Faker decides to take the Realm Warp and go towards Vikla. It's a big shield in his face.
I mean, he gets low, but they just don't punish.
Yeah. And now they have the poke. I mean, Vikla doesn't have Edge of Night, no Banshees, obviously, so taking a ton from FaZe, who is the raid boss in this game. Has the GA, has the Nami, barrier and flash available. There isn't a lot that he can't do at this point. BNK, I'm sure they're looking for one opportunity to get onto him, but I'm not seeing it right now. Bit of damage goes, and Vikla, no! as Owner goes very deep and does go into the GA. And Pace is just running over the equalizer, doesn't care at all. He's trying to do the damage as Carrier tries to hit a bubble, not going to. The C1 do get pretty low, and the flash is coming out here from Diablo, but the damage from Pace is a bit more. Pace getting incredibly low himself. They take out Diablo and the rest of the team, and T1 will end the game up 16k gold. I mean, I've played against some Yones in solo queue that feels like they can live through anything.
That's true. If Yone gets ahead, he's a little bit annoying. And by a little bit annoying, I mean incredibly frustrating to play against, and I don't want to play against him.
And does get away, but a nice little gank here from Raptor. Oh, gets the root onto Diablo and then just hits the hook on McKellen, actually, who does get quite low, has to heal. And guess who's here? It's Owner.
Yeah, they're looking for a dive here. And heal down on Kellen, he's a pretty easy target.
All right, they're going to be looking for him for sure. Just dashes on in. There it is. First blood given over to Owner. As he's not quite able to get onto the lantern.
That's something we really need to... Oh, he shoots it when he fires his Q! That's great. That's good to know.
Uh-oh. Little fake around there.
Oh,
Kellen not expecting that in the close range hook. And Kellen doesn't even...
Wait, look!
He doesn't even flash or
Look
heal
at
or
the
anything.
It was just blinking.
Oh, where is it?
It just like...
It's gone.
It rolled backwards inside the...
Oh. Maybe it went to sleep.
Yeah.
Faker is in a lot of trouble here. Is going to try to seal the fate of himself. And does go down, so the follow-up gank there is good.
Yeah, good gank there. Trying to mitigate the pressure. Just being set up by the bot lane. You know, T1's bot lane getting further and further ahead. Raptor trying to make things happen in mid lane in return. Oh, good ult.
Yeah, Owner going in on that one. The Cataclysm actually keeps Vikla outside of the challenge, but he is going to go down regardless. As Owner says, you can't take my Raptors.
Just, you know, Faker uses his Q, ends up getting caught immediately after it, and then Raptor also blocking the ult so he can't get away. Flashless still.
Aurora, and that's going to be very nice. Probably not a lot of kills there, though. As we got the stun combo into Owner, he just kind of goes in, does not have his ult, just wants to get the kill here on a Vikla, and uses his flash to make that happen.
Wow.
And by make that happen, I mean him dying.
Yeah, Vikla didn't have ult yet, it just came up now, so I was thinking maybe there's a window to find something, but Owner gets punished.
All right, well, Diablo's going in on this one, and there is the play. This time Diablo flashes forward, he wants the kill, and he will have it! As there's the ult down to Diablo as well. Should be totally fine.
I will jump in. Faker's ult's not quite available.
Faker's dead, by the way, again.
That was a solo kill.
And now Raptor is 4-0. True.
Okay, how did this happen? Oh,
Oh no.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Well, that can happen. It can. I can't take it.
Faker by himself. Owner is going to get in front of that, but the flash comes in. Carry is not having any of that as he flashes for the hook and the box, and Owner picks up the kill.
I think he probably should have just stayed in the tower, but that's hindsight. He, you know, he did at least get some, but fun allowed. No fun allowed. You're not allowed to have fun. You're a top laner.
So Doran TP's into this one.
He's a lot harder to jump than the Sun.
Yeah, I mean, ult available. Flash available.
So the jungle match not looking nearly as bad.
T1 ahead in gold for now, but once that turret does go down.
Are we in next lobby yet? Apparently not.
It's actually gonna be
How's the game won, by the way? Was it close?
as BNK
Obviously, I haven't been here.
From that objective.
How good is Thresh in this game?
No.
In theory, it's pretty OP. IMO. Oh.
And
What?
the flash comes out from Diablo, but
What?
No.
No.
What?
Just gonna leave Diablo here.
Crazy.
Hooks around the minions.
Crazy hook.
Comes out from Diablo, but
Oh, Owner.
comes in from Raptor, and that's gonna be a kill for Owner. And he even wards the lantern. As Pays doesn't want to have to flash this, but he will in the end. The flash over into the scout of the week gets the job done. And now Carrier not long for this world either. Double
Pays really
kill
smurfed game one.
Vikla,
I see.
who's getting fed in his own right now. Oh, that's true.
He put the box down and then he walked outside of it.
I think if he stayed inside, it would have not had the same effect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, oh my god, I just processed we have a Faker Yone game. Oh no.
Diablo got the same.
Oh,
mistake, that's
oh,
another
oh,
question.
oh.
We'll have to see if
I'm starting to understand why Vicla's 1.4k up.
Explain it to him.
Yeah,
This is what he meant.
it's pretty important for him to know.
Yeah, and then being K-Frax, I'm like, oh,
Why did they give this man a Yone skin? Nah, they gave this man a Yone skin so they could sell skins. It's so obvious.
Faker does not
Okay,
win
they're on
this 1v2,
stage.
obviously. The stun is going to come down, and eventually Faker will go down. As Vikla picks up a third kill for himself, and Faker a third death, best received. You know, fans were always like, not sure about that. He hasn't looked super comfortable on that pick. And to be fair, that's when Faker was kind of struggling.
burst damage.
Yeah.
It's kind of like melding both, but I guess one of that early burst and Ludens still wants that ability haste.
They're looking to turn actually on Owner. They're not going to get his ult out.
It just takes so long, honestly, that it's really hard to fully commit to it.
Yeah, and think about T1's situation here. They know it takes forever and that they can't really do it, right? They don't have a lot of consistent damage. Like Syndra and Lucian are not the best at taking Baron from KT. KT had like a full dive comp. B&K obviously do have some dive elements, but a lot of pick, and they have Lucian. Syndra, they have ways to attack you from range and siege turrets. But they're not really in a position where they're super dominant in taking down inhibitors. They're pretty far away from that. It's a very close game still. As it was like a 3,000 gold lead, I think, and now it's only 600.
Raptor's like, Baron? Guys?
This looks like solo queue where the jungler's like, guys, we're doing Baron. He's like pinging it over and over, and everybody else just leaves. Well, they are going to do Baron. And with the Scryers, they are going to spot this happening.
Oh, they're
TP's coming
keeping
in.
it. They're committing.
Yeah, they're committing this time. A lot of damage into Owner. And so that's going to be a little bit more difficult for him to actually get in, as Owner is thinking about it, has to go into his ultimate ability. Doran doing some poke down, and they're all in the pit, but they still get the Baron, and Clear does a great job of zoning for the team. Faker lines up two, is going very deep, but he's zoning, so he gets away. As Diablo carefully just going to ride that line, and so they get Baron for just one death.
Okay, that's fine.
And they figured that, they did that, but now, with the Baron, you have to get at least some turrets. You have to get some more gold. You have to do something. It's actually T1 who are engaging onto this. Owner going in. Diablo gonna get rooted up and hooked, but he still stays alive. Owner, though, not taking any damage. As the Q is going to land there onto that back line as Faker goes back in. A stun on a Faker. Owner super low as now the Between Worlds comes in and Doran is here to party. Although it is going to be Xinjiang the first one to go down as Raptor had his GA, so he is going to live.
That was close. It's a 1-0 for B&K FearX. A good pickup there. And with Soul, 15 seconds.
Doran, he's looking for the one-shot combo. Raptor.
Ugh. Raptor on Raptor gets the Raptor healing, but it's not enough to keep Raptor alive.
And oh, they don't have vision of this brush. The
Uh-oh.
goes through. Vikla, he might just die here.
Oh, they 1-for-1. Oh. He's back to the second best ADC of all time. I feel like just basing off eye test, he should be. I think we've got to start having conversations about it.
When they need it most, manages to
Oh,
find
we're in
out.
draft.
Now, going into the second game, we do have a differentiation in the picks, or at least the bans so far. We do have the Silas
Alright.
going to the ban table.
Here
that
on
Nico that had been banned earlier in
Silas?
game one.
Okay, so top
Why
esports want
is that first ban from IG?
top esports want Malphite.
Okay,
That's what that is always.
Malphite,
Always, without fail.
is what I'm looking at right now.
Alright.
We will see
Guys, I'm gonna
whether
do the
or not
channel point prediction.
the top
Use it,
esports
use it.
will
Let's make it a habit. Let's make it a habit, okay?
out of stock into
I'm gonna set the predictions for 10 minutes just so I can like close it when we get into game.
the board.
But use it. Gamba on the channel points, man.
First pick here, like that has to be the case. You know, Malphite is pretty bad into Mundo, pretty bad into
Would you
Silas.
not just ban it as IG? Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I was
yeah,
like,
okay.
please, just
They
ban
have
it.
to.
Just, you absolutely have to.
Well read.
Don't gamble
by
before
IG.
draft ends, guys. Well,
They-
you know,
they've spent
if you're
2
smart.
bans in exchange for 1.
If you're smart.
And they took away the Nico as well. On
Yeah, I know. That's why I set it to 10 minutes. I set it to 10 minutes so that it like draft will likely not take 10 minutes, right? But maybe you're high on a team.
And I'm quite sad about your read on the meta. That just feels like one of those picks that you need to have in your back pocket. Either way, though, they go for Korean Zazir, and they're going to look for some stability coming out of that mid lane, moving into game 2.
I love Cream's fascination with picking Azir this split. It is literally by far his most played champion. Gonna have played it for a 5th time now, and I'm a little hit or miss on this champ for Cream. Sometimes he's incredible on it, sometimes he does literally nothing. So I really want to see which version of that we're going to get for top. But on the other side, IG trying to pick some nice duos at least, get a little bit of range for that bot lane. Another signature range style pick for Photic in the Corki.
Yeah, it's played this a couple of times. I think so far 50-50 on the win rate for this Corki, but it's lane control typically. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Misfortune get locked in here by Diachi. It's one of his stronger picks that we've seen from him. It goes pretty well in terms of trading up against this Corki as well, so has some real emphasis and real power in that bot side, and not to mention pairs up quite nicely with the idea that we can slam somebody into a wall, slam multiple people into that wall, and get that bullet time rain down over them.
True. There you go. That's the big ticket lock-in here for Diachi, is the Misfortune with the damage with through setup pieces is going to be extremely important. But this is a signature. This is kind of that new style that Rookie has been representing the last couple of years, that push and move mid, and it's going to be on the Talia this time. So a lot of setup tools for IG as well.
And this gives him that ability to do what we were asking him to do, right, in the pre-game. Let's link up with Wei, let's give Wei some real power and see what he can do. Make sure that that is going to be a 2v2 that you are scared to take as top east. I think that for IG,
it's Poppy support.
They should be looking at trying to take on
I don't know. Nio is not a bad jungler.
Things like the Vi, especially
We'll
with
see.
Talia in the
It's
back
just flex. And remember, this is blue picks on blue side.
doesn't look bad
Like
either.
pick one on blue side. So
Try to get some
they're gonna have to reveal the flex sooner or later.
power down as well.
Also, low-key, I'm just saying, I actually don't think Poppy's that bad in Tyranectin in lane. So, who knows? Maybe 369 is giving us a bit of a weird angle.
Feels like so far IG are all gas, no brakes. If they go for something that can continually put down pressure in the jungle, that's just going to emphasize that potential even higher.
And that's what top esports were expecting as well. They ban away that Nocturne to just make sure there can't be that initial engage coming through from Wei. See if there's going to be other tools they want to focus on in the jungle. But the Gnar and the Aatrox were the bans of IG.
I do think that by seeing this Poppy, you do want to play just that little bit further back and recognize that actually, if we engage and get Keeper's Verdict in a way, it's going to be pretty difficult for us to play out these fights. So it might opt or suggest that they need to start playing this pivot composition, but I think at this stage in the game, they're going to have to double down on the dive. Things like the Xin Zhao that are still up, you would expect to get taken here if you are away. Probably the last thing that's left in their roster. Could still go for Jarvan as well. I don't think Jarvan's particularly bad in this situation either. And they're actually going to counterpick over two-way in the jungle. And this does mean that this Poppy can get flexed. I think that's maybe what they were a little bit scared about. Take it away from Nio, give it to Feng Yue as well.
Would you much rather have Poppy in support jungle?
I love the Rel reintroduction though for
like now that you see the Rel, like you're, and obviously they're looking in Xin, so it just answers our question, right?
Poppy will be flexible. Could even maybe go top lane. You never know, I guess. But the Xin Zhao is going to be that long.
Ooh, fun hover. It won't be Volibear, but it's a fun hover. I think Renekton kind of dicks on it a little bit too much. Bro, do you know what's actually really OP? What he just hovered there, Shen. Shen is really OP this patch. Dawn and Dusk Shen. Because it gives him all stats he wants. All of the stats he wants, right? And the Sheen proc, it procs 2 hits of your Q. It procs 2 hits of your Q. In one auto. Like, how OP is that?
Feels like they haven't really got an area of the map that they can look to play through early on. We'd expect the Azir to struggle into the Talia. You're looking probably 50-50 in that bot side. Maybe an advantage given the Poppy counters the Rel, but that top lane matchup we're not expecting to go to.
You're anti-fearless. What completely? Whoa.
I really like the Trundle here.
Alright, I'm going to run a minute of ads here. Just as we get into game, you know the deal. You know the deal. I'll see you in 60 seconds. And if you're on YouTube, you're chilling. You don't get no ads. So enjoy. You get to just vibe, man. Get to just vibe.
With that unstoppable onslaught will just be curtains for 369 pretty early on. And it's also a really good jeweler versus this Xin Zhao as well, right? You steal the AD in the early stages of the game, and it means that you win out on that 1v1 pretty darn easily. And it links up nicely with Rookie, this 2v2 pairing. We're expecting to be able to go pretty well. That being said, how well does this IG composition do as we move super late on into the game? If they can get access to Cream, then it works really well. If they can't get access to Cream and he can position nicely, keep himself safe, then I expect him to be able to go pretty crazy in the mid lane.
I'm very curious if IG are going to have that kind of comeback in the series. Gives 3 games. That's what I expect in the Shinobi Wars. That's what I live for. But it was a situation where that decision making in game number 1 really made me think a little bit higher of Top Esports. So even though I feel like their comp is a little bit more execution based here and try to figure out how they can combat this early game against IG, I give them the benefit of the doubt, and I see a lot of similarities with that game number 1.
Oh,
Bert, down in this game number 2, but I still do really like this edition of IG a little bit more than that game 1, and we'll see if they can bring it home, get us to 3 games in this game 2.
I think there's been a meta shift in the crowd gyro chance since the second timer has had to come up. It's like the respawn timer on minions is lower, so...
I know, right? They got to get it quicker, but it works out beautifully, so far at least. Because before it would happen, and then you'd have like a minute and a half before anything happened on your game. But now it goes gyros into just 2v2 action and bot lane.
Yeah, and Wei here early on finds himself in the bot side of the jungle, and you can see Fengyue and Jachi looking to really force out this core key. Good to see that they are using this level 1 from the Misfortune to really make things work. Wei now spotted on this wall. He's going to struggle his way through the flat raptor camp, and Nio in response going to walk up to this top
It's
lane.
really weird,
Just
this.
look at seeing how well that prio in the mid lane and how well that prio in the top lane falls as to whether or not there's a defense. Looks like it's going to be quite easy the way to walk his way in.
So he's going to take the 2 camps and go. Maybe a little bit of a
Oh,
differentiation
no.
there. His Wei is going to cut over to
Oh,
his top side.
man.
And you do not want to skirmish this Trundle early. He will win. And
Yeah,
Nio's
and he's
gonna
got
be
red
happy
buff.
he can get out with 1.
Yeah, I mean, that's a win.
Uh-oh.
No doubt for Wei.
Does he have
I know
E?
that Nio came in here,
Can
so
he-
it's a case
can he
of trying
W
to
this?
spot him and where it is that he went to. Any extra things that you can take here? Goes, flashes in for the chop.
Oh,
Nio
that's
gets
freaky.
slowed from the
Okay.
top, though. He's going to want Cream's help, but Cream is trying to push Rookie off
I
the
need to
way,
manage
goes
the
for his own
prediction
kill.
and
Luckily,
submissions.
the rest of IG are just
Forgot
going
about that.
back away. Nothing else going to come of it. That's both flashes down for the jungles.
Bro,
Yeah,
Nio is kind of...
actually trying to stick around.
Kinda
and try to
homeless, I
push the
think.
wave so that Cream couldn't
I
move.
think?
Cream in response just decides.
Actually, how homeless is he really, if you think about it, right?
And it costs a little bit of the HP.
If you think about it, here's Nio's path, right? He goes all the way here, all the way down to this. He tries to walk into the river here. And then his camp here will probably respawn.
Pretty mid lane focus.
Because Trundle's going to walk into river right now. Like, he's got mid prio, although Tadir is basing, and he's got top prio. So that's what the Trundle should do. In fact, oh my god, Nio skipped his wolves. He doesn't even want to do wolves. Oh, it's getting freaky. Jungle roll, he'll be fine. I mean, also true. Also just the truth, Nuke, isn't it? Like, it's the jungle roll, he'll be okay.
Both junglers will end up getting a little bit of
But he's on vision when he does
down and
this.
spotted out on both sides of the map, but Nio's
I feel like Bal's checked out yesterday. I mean, I have a lot of feelings about
necessarily gonna want that to happen. Wei
LR
gonna move up
that
the
don't
bot
seem to be in
side.
line with a lot of
Wait,
what
no,
people are
stop,
saying,
Coach.
weirdly.
The blue buff had
I think
already
everyone's,
taken him
I was saying it earlier, like, so many people's assessments of LR, I think, are just incorrect. And that's not to be like, oh, like, I know best. Like, no. Like, everyone has their opinions, right? But I just feel like I haven't seen a particularly well-weighted one. I think weirdly, and like often actually, I don't always agree with Nightmare's takes on the game, like the actual gameplay, but Nightmare had a really good take about like Gnar being the perfect like anti-LR champ.
Does this work into the
Nio, you have no flash, is
little bit of
this...
extra damage. Yeah, flash
Oh,
coming out,
good
but
W
it's
from... Oh my
insane.
god.
Fengyue gets the re-engage there
Nio's
with the
dead,
charge, and now
but...
he got one kill
Oh,
going.
Nio...
It's gonna be a trade though. and
Nio
this is the
kinda-
skirmish power we were talking
I think he
about.
just
Wei
killed
just
himself
gonna
a
be
bit.
Swinging that hammer back and forth. Fotik able to do a good amount of damage with the Gatling gun as well. Here comes Rookie. Not able to find distance there. The
No one is
healer
treating them
will
like an
also
ERL
be
team,
used
which is
in
what they
bot
are.
lane, but
This
he'll
is a
run
part
down.
of the issue. It's the expectations against the reality. I think people didn't have, like, okay, so I'm not gonna, whilst I won't divulge too many details, I was speaking with Crowny yesterday. I was speaking with Crowny yesterday, and I told him that I felt like a lot of people had crazy expectations of this team, like being in like top 3, for example. And he agreed. He was like, yeah, I thought that was crazy too. Obviously, as a competitor, he's always going to be aiming as high as he can. I said I was always thinking best case mid-table, and I didn't get a disagreement out of him. So I was just really, really surprised that even, like, bro, and I'm going to assume that this is everyone on LR. Everyone on LR is probably thinking relatively along these same lines too, if I had to wager a guess, right? Like, do we really think LR are going to come in and, like, stomp in the heads of G2 Koi and, you know, what do you call it, G2 Koi and KC? Like, no, the answer is obviously no. And like be a top 4 team. They're a top end tier 2 team. Like the reality is, at most they were always going to be mid table, right? And I think a lot of things have kind of not gone their way as well, right? I think a lot of the season 16 changes really shagged their ability to be creative, right? Role quests, lane swaps not being in the game anymore, like. There's a lot of things. Just the general meta as well. Like, I don't think it really does LR any favors. Oh my god. Oh, Fengyue. Okay. That was massive. So yeah, I just feel like it was really strange from a lot of the community that were like expecting these guys to come in and be like a top end team. Do you know what I mean? Like a proper top end team. Like no, like be for real. Like they have an elite level mid laner. They have a historically mid to top end AD carry, right? Like Crown Shot has, and like I've got a lot of respect for Crowny. I think the way that he talks about the game is very admirable. I really respect it. But that's my system. Like to me, and I think his ceiling is really high. Like we've seen it. Like Crowny's ceiling with BDS, it was incredibly high as well. So saying mid to top end is realistic. Let's not fuck about, right? But then they have Reckless in support, who has a very clear and defined champion pool and maybe view and play style of the game. Baus is Baus, and then Velia, like Velia is still at most realistically like a top 20% jungler from the ERLs, right? You can even make an argument for lower if you really want to be like harsh and critical, right? And even more critical. So yeah, like I think the way that people have viewed LR coming into the LEC, I think the expectations were already off kilter, in my opinion. Do you think most LR fans even understand the game? No, of course not. Like because this is always going to be an effect of part of what Cade rules. This is going to sound really robotic, and I don't think he will mind me talking about it like this. But a part of Mark's brand over the last few years has shifted towards being the more agreeable guy. This is what came up during the EWC debacle, right? People really tried to like psychoanalyze and break down Kadra as a person. But one of the things for sure is that, generally speaking, he's kind of cast a very wide net, and it makes sense. You're already growing as one of the biggest content creators in the space. You're gonna lean more into getting more and more of that going, right? That's rational. That is a rational decision to make with your persona and content in the space. And so naturally, when you do that, you're going to cast a wider net of what opinions. The floor is going to be a lot lower. You're going to get more casual fans. But this is all good. Like from a business model perspective, this is good. Like when you hear a lot of people or a lot of corporations talk about chasing the broader audience to make their like to be involved in their content, like yeah, dude, they're gonna. Do you know what I mean? Like you're gonna end up with the situation where you're gonna have a lot of casuals that really buy into the overhyped and hyperbolic narratives, right? And then yes, exactly, Irdi, spot on. The backlash then, when things don't go their way, because of that, is going to technically, in volume, be a lot higher than if it was, let's say, I feel like one thing that I would really like to do here, as I make more content and as I stream, is I really want to curate my community. I want my community to understand my thoughts, my feelings, and slowly build an expectation of if something happens, they're probably going to know, if I had to wager against Jamada, it's probably going to feel like this about it. Right? I think a good example of this is Dom. Dom like, well, I don't know necessarily how like hard he worked at curating a particular type of community, but you know how Dom is probably going to feel if you're a Dom viewer. If you watch a game, you know how he's probably going to react to said game if you're not watching him react to it live. And that's kind of what I'm aiming for. Oh, good flash from Photic. Fungway knows. Fungway knows. But yeah, I feel like people's expectations were way off kilter. Oh shit, I just realized I left my wrap in the fucking air fryer. I'm gonna have to go get that in a second. I think people's expectations were way off kilter. And then obviously I think that LR have played below their bar. Like below their average bar as well. I don't think that's helped either. Game 1 and 2, they came in with a particular draft plan, and I think that wasn't really in character with a lot of what made LR strong throughout a lot of last year. Whereas the Game 3 was a lot closer to in line with that, in my opinion. With the fact that KC also had a very low bar day. Right? Like, if we're being a bit generous, and we're being a bit realistic, 2 out of 3 of those games are pretty winnable. Like, the KC game was pretty winnable. I would argue if the first 5 minutes of the Fnatic game were piloted better... after the first 5 minutes of the Fnatic game were piloted better, what they did with Razork in the jungle, that could have put themselves... They could have put themselves in a winning position off of that. And then the KCB game, I'm forgetting the KCB game. I'd have to look at the drafts to jog my memory on that one. But the KC game was definitely very playable. The Fnatic game after the first 5 minutes was very, very playable. Let me check. LR KCB, LR KCB. I know they had a very similar draft, but I need to see what they're playing against. Oh no, this game they just got ran over, the KCB game. So yeah, it was the Fnatic and the KC game. They comically could have won this. The KCB game I think was the hardest one to win.
Talk about this Jauchi guy, because if you didn't know him, he spent the last year on some troubled teams, that's for sure.
Tom creates such a good fan base and chat, to be fair. Too bad Reddit never got to experience it and keep him on Season 6 standards. Yeah. I honestly, I quite like his chat. I quite like his chat. Obviously, like, I know a lot of you will be from Dom's chat now. I miss Dom too, bro. Like, bro, I think what's always really weird... I think what's really weird for me is that I grew up watching League, like, and content creation, right? Oh my god, Fungyue. Yo, maybe Poppy is this guy's champ. I grew up watching a lot of these guys. Like, I grew up watching Dom. Like, I remember coming home from school and watching right, let's see how many OGs of Dom are actually in the chat here. Do you guys remember the Hashinshin debate? When Hashinshin was on Fiora into Rek'Sai top. Oh, no, sorry. Fiora into Olaf. Do you remember that drama? Oh, my days, bro. I remember coming home from school and watching that video fresh off the press. In, like, what, Season 7, I think? It was Season 7, roughly. Bro, I've been about... I watched him play IPL versus M5. I'm old. Oh, my days. Yes, you are. So, like, I've been about for time. Like, I watched these guys when I was a teenager, right? I'm closer to 30 than I am to 20 now. As scary as that is to say out loud. So, yeah, like, it's always, like, weird talking about some of these people in this capacity, but Dom's community, like, yeah, I think people are stuck, like, mentally on Reddit in that, like, in that mentality of, yeah, like, Dom is just this old toxic guy. It's like, well, yeah, sure, like, he's a bit abrasive at worst, but like, do you listen to this guy, like, talk long form? It's not that bad, actually. His takes are usually pretty well balanced. And honestly, what's great about Dom is if Dom isn't being well balanced, Dom has the self-awareness. Oftentimes, I would say he actually calls himself out on it. He will say, and this is the more, like, cynical, like, unbalanced, like, he will point that out. Like, he will draw those lines in the sand for you, so you understand when he himself even thinks that he is saying something that could be construed as a little bit more like, what's the word? Like, disagreeable. Yep, yeah, he calls himself out a lot. He calls himself out a lot.
And that's no real surprise. You know, 369 has reached this point where he's got.
But yeah, anyways, with LR, I just think people just bad expectations, misaligned expectations, with a mix of admittedly poor performances from LR on top of that, and it's just a complete concoction of just horror, where you have these. And you know what? Do you know what the biggest surprise to me? Because I've always been very cerebral with League of Legends. I've always been very like think first. I think the biggest wake-up call to me that the average viewer is just really not the most clued up was it was when I went to MSI in 2023 and I sat in the crowd. Now, when I sat in the crowd and I was listening to... Wait, you can't W that as in from there? Maybe he just wasn't in the tight pocket. I listened to people in the crowd have takes about the draft. Oh my god, I wanted to pull my hair out. I wanted to pull my hair out. I was listening to people talk about the draft in the game, sat next to me, and oh my god, it just like everything clicked. I was like, this is the guy with 5 numbers after his name talking in chat about the game. This is the person. This is him. I'm watching it live. I'm watching it happen live. Oh, Cream is dead, isn't he? I don't think he's got. I don't think he's got. I don't think he's got enough space. Yeah. That's gonna be a double win, becomes lightning. Crescent Guard coming through. Some people still think Xante is turbo OP. Yes, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is why, like, when it comes to like the Fearless thing, I get why, as an example, not to always bring things back to Fearless. I feel like we should make it a bit of a bit. Like, anytime Jamada starts talking about Fearless, take a shot. But it's why I understand why people are so like. They're so like pro Fearless. Like, if I thought the way that I've heard people think Live-O, like I would want, I'd want Fearless all the time, always as well. Like I get it. That's a big mistake from Nio. Yeah, Nio. Oh, good flash. I'll be drunk at 9 AM. All right, be nice, bro. Be nice. Be nice. Chill on me. Chill on me, man. Going over the top esports. They got 470. Yeah, they'll be happy. Chill on me. But yeah, I think run over. LR, like, I still think LR will get a win or two. I think, like, things are probably going to be a little bit, things are going to be a little bit low in the camp, right? They're 0-4. I think this Heretics team is a team that they can, it's a team that they can beat. Like, it's for sure a team that they can beat. So hopefully they do. I'm just going to go quickly get my breakfast. 1 second. That's not going to happen. It's not going to be possible. And as he goes back to base the Misfortune, finishes that Collector, another BF sword in the back pocket, he's just raining damage down on everyone. The hell is that gold differential, man? That is insane. You're almost on 3 items at 18 minutes into the game. That is disgusting. The thing about the Misfortune is, at this point, with this much damage, it's not just the ulti that you have to watch out for. No. So we'll see how IG want to kind of approach those fights moving forward. We have about 1 minute and 40 till that next dragon, and it's already going to be sole point for top esports as we see Saburo trying to take it all in on 369. Just got the shred, and you still think maybe with the Black Cleaver there's a route to it, but with no Dominus, there's just not the power, not the Fury generation, not quite the damage there, and this is what we were talking about, that all 369 needs to do is be able to weather the storm of this Renekton, and you can see quite clearly, plain as day, that he's able to do that. Saburo trading as pretty much actively and aggressively as he can. Gotta pad those numbers, goes, man. Yeah, and what, you know? It's the stat padder's dream. As we're gonna get a little. Hello. Oh, and like one last thing on that topic. I also want to make it clear when I was talking about like curating like, pardon me, your community and all of these things, and I was kind of saying like, you know, the average or the normie like Joe is perhaps not the most clued up. I don't want my community by proxy to be like some elitist like snobby turn my nose up or like I know this because like no, like I just want my community to be chill. Like I want my community to chill. I want my community to be able to like have disagreements with each other. Like I want a very, very like reasonable and a like mature community. Would be the best way to put it. Which I think so far, having been streaming regularly now since the start of the season for like 10 days, and we're like we're on a nice bit of momentum. I would like to say, so far, you guys are doing a pretty good job. Keep it up. Keep it up. You guys are being really well behaved.
But the bullet time will lay down a good amount as they do in a
This is always the vibe I want to be. I want to like have with chat.
Objective coming up. Here comes Rookie for the fight over with Saboro. Gets a beautiful seismic shove.
2 + 2 is 5. Now let's discuss why I'm right.
It is traded to Rookie. Rookie going to go with another seismic shove and finally able to land a combo, get his first kill of the game.
Confident trades coming in, and these trades are favorable for Invictus Gaming. Whenever you're 1 for 1ing when you're so far behind, that is a win, but if there's more that comes from it, that's not good.
Oh, Photic. He just doesn't have the wherewithal to be in this mid lane, and that's going to be the flash down, the barrier down, all the damage down, and that's no summoner spells burned. Jhachi going to dodge out.
In medicine, this is mostly the case.
A little bit careful here. Did have
Oh my god, do you work in medical, bro?
Doesn't come through. It is still going to be Jhachi getting a kill here, though. He steps up into Rookie, gets a double kill.
It must be so annoying. Loki,
he
almost did a little bit of gliding there, hey?
Shut down away. Now Cream coming
Cream!
Oh,
he doesn't have it.
Do it. So it'll be Jhachi giving his life, going for the show play.
Remember all that LDL development that you gave me, Top Esports? Here, let me pay that back.
There's a lot of subjectivity to things. Same thing with Donk vs Vayu discussion that is driving me insane. Because no one actually had a good reason why Vayu was #1 this year, but I digress. I see.
Goes forward. They can't get on the flash from 369. You ain't getting away from the sheriff on this top lane. 369 finds the kill.
Yeah, game 1 on Ambessa, he's able to live that 3v1 this time round, though Top Esports have a much more extreme lead. There's now Dre looking for more. They just
don't stop. It's just unstoppable.
Yeah, I don't think it's hard to understand either. Like I'm a pharmacist? Oh, bro. Oh, brother. I don't know. I can imagine. Well, the experience is probably the same no matter what country you're in. But if you're in America, Godspeed, bro. Godspeed, bro. Godspeed. If you're in America, Godspeed.
Unstoppably fighting in this game. It is Valhalla for TES and IG.
And try as they might, IG cannot defend their mid-tier 1 turret. They may even lose.
Yeah, Rookie is legit just jailed, bro. It is what it is.
I think that Invictus Gaming, they had such a good start to this fight. Finding Nio using Saboro to do that looks really good, but then they get caught in the midst of the bullet time. Starting to see all the damage from Jhachi start to reign true. Good little pick by the solo laners of IG, it's worth saying. Rookie with a good heads-up play makes his way down to the spot side using the Weaver's Wall to get himself a quick pickup. And a good shutdown onto Cream. Able to keep himself safe, but then Jhachi in this fight here. One seismic shove dodge, flashes away from the
Not even that, like,
gets enough damage down.
Worlds would also already be different enough from MSI because we have an entire Swiss stage before it.
Steps from Jhachi, gets himself alive. Looks for a return play onto Photic, who has to Valkyrie out to safety, and he's very nearly able to take.
Like we have an entire Swiss system before it anyway. Like why do we care? Like single Edom doesn't do anything besides just provide a more random, like a higher like volatility to the actual like competition.
4 items, and we just got second item completed there for Photic, but he is the main target. If they can find him, a lot of that damage, a lot of that lead is gone. But it's insane to me that we're 20.
Clash Royale Championship has double Edom, by the way.
Gold lead for Top Esports. They have changed the narrative of this series by having a whole-handed game #1 and now finding the recipe to stop what IG wanted to do in the early game and find their own success in this game too. TP is going to come down. Turret
legit.
Saboro is in a little bit of trouble now.
Legit, by the way, Devotion.
Good damage down, but
I would care a lot less about
They're going to keep sieging on the bot
single
side,
Elim if seeding in Swiss was fixed and like the draws were a little bit less random.
So there's no real angle to collapse from Invictus Gaming.
I'll rage go over it again in a second because I've done it before, but the round 1 draws were so fucked off of one draw.
So fast that he gets away
one draw fucked Worlds.
369 is pushing this mid lane. Turret plates are falling left and right. It's over 10,000 now in Top Esports. They lost that first series in the first round robin against IG, but they will not let that be the case here. They know it's do or die pretty much from here on out, and they're trying to put everything on the line as Jhachi is still holding bullet time on top of the Emperor's Divide. He has not been stopped. Saboro's one job does not go to completion, and a double kill comes through for Jhachi yet again.
IG just ran. Oh no. 999. Wait, go Penta? Go Penta.
Go ahead and give him the quadra.
Go Penta.
One more. He's gonna walk.
Go Penta. Ah, Jhachi.
Nio that gets it, so no Penta today, but Top Esports will change their fate as they move forward positively into the second round robin and are trying to inch their way into that top 4 conversation.
Tria's rookie, he's not going to be able to clear these minions, and Top Esports with the double up on these turrets are going to be able to take it all the way.
Nio fell for the sins of Top Esports, but IG will fall for the sins of themselves. They did not respect this Top Esports team, and they have been beaten. Top Esports
Well,
their second round robin.
the odds for the Top Esports bet were 1 to 4.88. So enjoy that, Top Esports. Top Esports betters enjoy.
You start to think, well, what can they do against the teams that are
Top Esports betters enjoy.
Of Invictus Gaming, your Weibos, maybe your ALs who are looking a little bit shaky.
Wow.
Top Esports actually
Wow. We got some rich motherfuckers in the chat, I'm sure. Actually, I didn't see the total. I didn't see the totals. Right, let's crack this on. Let's finish off this, and then we'll decide what we're gonna do here because we've got a little bit of time now before LEC. Oh, what I will say is, I guess for the YouTube stream, guys, I know there's a small handful of you guys over there. I'm gonna stop streaming now on YouTube. If you want to stay here and hang out, then you're gonna have to come over to Twitch, I'm afraid. If you don't, that's fine. Have a good rest of your day. But for the YouTube stream, I keep these ones very condensed and specifically for the LPL like portions of the stream. So I will see you around. Thank you for hanging out. Later, YouTube frogs. If I see you here, I see you here. Bye bye.